Hey there, Munchie Mafia. So, yeah, I was feeling a little randy today, so I redid some of the intro stuff. Decided to, hey, why not? So, today what we're making is, sorry, I'm always testing everything. Um, we're making chicken cacciatore. This is Andy Mrak's suggestion. So, we're gonna do it my way. I haven't made this in a while, so bear with me. So we got some on the vine tomatoes that I picked up at the farmer's market the other day. And so we're going to use those. We got our chicken. We got our stove. We're going to get that started up. Let's see who all is here. We've got Tiger and Viper and Andy Mrak. Timmy, of course. And Greg. Hello there. So today is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there.
Yeah.
So just a little note about my father. He died in 2002 at the age of 93, and he was a POW in World War II. That's how he got to the United States, was by joining the military. And he was shot down over Romania, and he was my dad. He was the coolest person in the world. He knew everything. He was awesome at gardening, awesome at cooking, awesome at fishing, and awesome at terrorizing the hell out of me, because he had his way about him that anytime I did something wrong, he would lean up close to my ear and he'd hardly whisper. I had to strain to hear every single word he had to say. And it always started out with, "I'm going to beat the devil out of you." He never beat me, but he threatened it. So, but he was cool. He was a cool guy.
I got it.
We got chicken thighs. And we are going to bring those on over here. Extra virgin olive oil. This is just for starters. I'm just going to do 4 chicken thighs. Now, I like to use the skin on and bone in. And the reason being is because this is a braised dish and it has to have all that flavor. And you get that flavor from the skin and the bones. So what we're going to do is we're going to brown these first. I'm going to salt it first. Give it salt, give it a little massage. It's going to have a little spa day. Flippy, flippy, flippy. We want to make sure that
some dory.
These things get nice and browned before we start developing the rest of the dish. And we do that in layers. And this dish is supposed to be kind of a rustic dish of sorts. So we got to wait for the pan to heat up a little bit more. It's not there yet. So let's go back over to the table and I'll show you what we got. Okay, so after we get those browned, then we're going to add the hard vegetables. Actually, yeah, hard vegetables. So it depends on whether or not you like fennel. Some people don't like that licorice flavor to it. So it all depends on you. You know, it's going to be your dish. Make it your way. So we have carrots and there's celery in there. We have some sweet onion, portobello mushrooms, garlic, That's parsley and the rest of the fennel frond. We've got um, rosemary, thyme, and or actually this is thyme. This is the oregano, and I've got my handy dandy minced stuff.
Come here.
Basil. I love buying these things because there's only two of us at home, so buying a big thing of fresh basil sometimes can be a pain in the posterior because it always ends up going bad before we get around to using the rest of it. Because I'm not home a lot, so I do all my cooking on my days off, or I'll go to Costco and get some other stuff that's from their cold case section where you just throw it, pitch it in the oven, and call it a day. And so that's kind of what our meals look like around here. So this stuff is Gourmet Garden, and what I do is I just pitch it into the freezer after I'm done with it, and that way I always have some. And of course we have our bell peppers. We've got yellow, green, and red. I like to add as much color as humanly possible. Now, if you don't want to deal with fresh tomatoes, you can always use diced tomato or crushed tomatoes. And if you don't like the skins, what you could do is you could take a knife and just put a little score in the bottom of the tomato and get a pot of water to boil, and you just drop them in there and wait until you see them curl up, and then you pull them out, and then you shock them in ice water, and then they can peel very easily if you don't like the peels. If the peels kind of bother you. To me, I don't mind them. So I'm just going to leave them as it is. So we're going to chop those up in a little bit. I just don't want them bleeding all over the place. All right, I feel some heat coming off the back here. So we are going to start with skin side down, right into the oil. Oh yeah, listen to that. That's going to be gorgeous. And I don't like to use chicken breasts for this. For one, they're damned expensive. And number two, it's supposed to be a braised dish. And the dark meat tends to be a better meat to use than the white meats, breasts. Plus, I really like the dark meat. I love the fattiness of it and the way it holds up and doesn't dry out. It's a lot more forgiving, in my opinion. You got some people that are dark meat people. Some people are light meat or white meat people. It's kind of weird because as I got older, it's like I realized, you know what? I really don't like chicken breasts all that much, but I really do like the chicken thighs. You have better texture to them too. I'll get your mind out of the gutter, Mike. Hello, Mike and Teresa. Teresa's here too. Yay! We got a party. And of course, then we're also going to have some stock set aside. Now, Andy, what do you think? I got to ask you this question. I bought some green olives, and I've got some capers here. Should we add the olives and capers to the dish or no? Hi, David. We're going to leave it up to Andy to choose if we should use the green olives and the capers in this dish. So we do need a little bit of something that's got a little bit of a bite to it. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so this, it's kind of funny that it's Father's Day. This is my father's favorite fry pan that we're using, and I grabbed it out of the cupboard, and I was like, this is good enough. I'm gonna need this because I don't have a rondo. I keep meaning to go and buy myself a really nice rondo. So something that I can cook larger meals on. Um, but it's just like low on my list of priorities as far as, things that I wish to have, because realistically, there's only two of us here. Um, Usually when it comes to the family meals, we usually go over to the kids' house because it's much easier for the two of us to pack ourselves up in the car and drive over there than it is for them to have to get three small children, or one child and two slightly older child, ready to come over, and everybody has to pile up into the cars and head on over here, and then dealing with a crying toddler that's tired, and just easier to just go over to their house. So that's usually what we do. All right, we got some color happening on that pan. Let's see, capers, yes, but the olives will best top all the flavor of the rest. So no olives. Okay, Andy. Thank you, Andy. We're just gonna set that aside and save it for another day. Maybe we'll make an olive tapenade with some kangaroo meat. I was at the butcher shop yesterday, and it's like I had the kangaroo backstrap in my hand, and for some stupid reason I put it back, because it's like I looked over and noticed, oh my god, they've got Terrace Major. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're gonna make a cherry gastrique to go with it, with fresh cherries. I'm gonna show you all how to do that sort of thing. And yeah, so capers, yes, I love capers. All right, so now we got some beautiful browning going on. Yeah, that one takes. We'll kind of scoot that one over. Seems like that's the hot spot. So let's take a look at this one. That one's kind of blonde in color. Flip that one back over. Okay. So kangaroo is amazing. Kangaroo has a really, really beautiful. Hey, food boat. Hope the paint dried. Cracking myself up over here. So yeah, kangaroo meat is actually really, really, really tasty. It's got a natural sweetness, and it's very lean. People think, oh my god, how can you eat a kangaroo? Actually, it's very good for you. It's high in protein, low in fat. All right, now we got some color happening there. Maybe I need to get a new coil burner for the stove. What do you think, Timmy? Seems like I have one hot spot on this.
Well, if we got a hot spot, I can check it. But
What?
if we've got a hot spot, I can check it.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if it's a hot spot, but
It could be the pan.
could be the pan. I don't know. So, anyway. Let's try not to fuss with them too much. So, how did I lock myself out of the house? Well, we've got those special doors that are keyless, and I locked the door, or the door was locked behind me, and I just couldn't get the passcode to register. I was like hitting the button and hitting the button, cussing, and so it happened last week too, when I had to go out for a safety meeting. All right, so ow, shit, that hurt. Okay, so now we got some beautiful color on the chicken. The skin is nice and rendered. It's nice and crispy. So now we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna start with our hard vegetables first. Our shaved fennel. And the carrot. We're gonna get the bottom side's browned a little bit. Now we're going to transfer it over to the plate, get the vegetables started, and then eventually transfer the chickens back over. I'm not going to use the oven today. I just don't feel like it. I do want to get some of that rendering. I feel like I should have done 5. I think, next time I do this, remind me that I can, or let me know that I can actually fit a total of 6 chicken thighs in this pan, Timmy.
Okay.
So I was like looking at them and I was like, oh man, that's why I want a rondo. When I flip the chicken, all right. That's more than 6 or 7, but I love capers. I love the brine. All right. Got some beautiful sizzle happening. Yeah, it's got a nice, beautiful golden color. That's the color that I wanted my scallops, but unfortunately, it wasn't happening yesterday. So we're gonna just set these aside, skin side up, because we don't want to make that skin soggy just yet. Now we're gonna start adding our other stuff. Start with our hard vegetables. We're gonna sweat these. So again, this is shaved fennel, carrots, and celery. It's going to be next on the agenda. And again, if you don't like fennel, it's okay. You don't have to put it in there. Oh, I could smell that beautiful floral and briny scent of those capers. They're going to be lovely. Then next on the agenda will be the garlic and onion. I didn't know what kind of starch to put with this, so we're not going to have a starch. It's just going to be just this and just a bunch of bread. Got that beautiful sun-dried tomato sliced loaf that I bought yesterday that I didn't realize said sliced. It had a big sticker on the front of it that said sliced. I just didn't see it. So eventually we're going to return the chickens back to this pan, but we want to get these sweated. I'm going to remind myself to go buy myself some new tongs. I hate these things. Been the bane of my existence. They got this little lock on them, and I'm always constantly hitting it with my hand. They just don't sit in my hand properly. Oh, yeah. So again, oh hey Mark. So anyway, for those that just came in, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. I hope you had a special day today. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Bo. Hey, Mason Hiffner's in the house too. We got Bo and Mason Hiffner now. Yay, guys. So it is somebody's birthday weekend this weekend. His birthday actually falls in the middle of the week. However, because it's the middle of the week, we decided that this is going to be his birthday weekend. So, yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Mason. Scorpocalypse. I couldn't help myself. Figured you'd love that. Scorpion with a shark head. And another thing that I did for you, Mason, is I'm working on that as a t-shirt graphic for you to put up on your merch site with your QR code and everything else. So happy birthday, man. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done soon. Figure that belongs on your merch site, not on the Metro Mafia one. So now we've added the onions. We're going to let those do its thing because the smell of that fennel is just freaking phenomenal. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I don't really like licorice, black licorice at all. I sure don't like that other stuff. What is it? Jägermeister, or whatever the hell it's called. I can't stand that crap. But I sure love fennel and tarragon. So now we've got another layer in here that's building and building and building. We're just going to just let it get happy for a little bit. And we're going to go for the softies next. Actually, we're going to do the garlic next, but you want to start getting the mushrooms and the bell peppers in there. Yeah, sambuca is another one I just cannot stand. I freaking hate that stuff. All right, at this point, we probably want to give it a little bit more salt. Always salt as you go along. But at some point, you're going to have to say, okay, stop. Just listen to that little voice inside your head that says, stop. You're going to be destined for a heart attack soon. Alrighty. So now there's that. And we're gonna let that get happy for a bit. And then we're gonna come back over here and we're gonna just chop up our tomato. You can chop up your tomatoes fine or as big as you want. I like to have it so that they're a fairly decent size. And the reason being is so that, yeah, size matters. Because then it doesn't look like it came out of a can. Not that there's anything wrong with a can. But these tomatoes looked awful beautiful at the farmer's market. And I just couldn't say no. I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm going to use. But we're also going to fortify it with a small can of tomato paste. All right, let's go back over here. Go back to the stove and take care of all that. till the end of July. No, till the end of August. He's running a 60-day, I thought.
60 days, June, July.
But he started in June.
1st of June till the end of July.
Oh, never mind. Duh. Okay, so that's starting to develop a nice little bit of fond at the bottom of the pan. Let's go for the bell pepper. Those are a bit on the wet side. And just give that a twirly twirl. Just, God, the smells in this house is just so awesome. Okay, so there we go. That's going to shrink down a little bit. Go back to our tomatoes. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's just throwing spatulas at myself, damn it. So, get all this stuff moved over. So, one of my colleagues, his name's Gil, he was telling me about this, I think he called it a Brazilian lemonade or Argentinian lemonade or something. Anyway, so it's made with limes, and you take limes that are cut into pieces with the skins on, and you put it through a blender, and then you add sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk, just like you would horchata. And then you hit it with a whole bunch of sugar, and can't remember if he said it was special sugar or if it was just a simple syrup or something. Anyway, he said that, and then afterwards you strain it so that it doesn't have all those big chunks. So, thinking about looking into that because it sounds intriguing. I was thinking to myself, that would actually be kind of cool to make into some sort of a really nice, refreshing cocktail. I really love lime. Lime and lemon are two of my most favorite flavors. Add a pat of butter. I can definitely do that. Okay, so what is considered a pat of butter? Because to me, a pat of butter could be. I'll flip the camera back over.
Yep.
A pat of butter could be a whole lot. All right, so that's like half of a pat of butter. Okay, so that's a pat of butter. So we're starting to get some shrinkage here. So now we can start to add our garlic. I like to just throw the whole garlic clove in there. It has less of an opportunity to burn, and then we end up ruining everything. Because nothing says F you more than burnt garlic. Makes your house smell bad, ruins your dish, start all over. I hate it. Okay. So. Alright. So, now, shit, I was going to save some of those for tomorrow. Alright. So tomorrow's Terrace Major with a nice cherry gastrique, asparagus, and roasted rainbow potatoes, babies. So, all right, this is going to shrink down a little bit more too. I doubt we're going to need more salt, at least not for a little while yet. No, no more salt. Seattle woman dies of heart attack on live stream. Film at 11. All right. All right, now we got all that going. We don't want to add our tomatoes too soon. We want them to still have some body. Eventually, we're going to be deglazing this pan. We want to just get these flavors to just build and build and build and build up some more fond on the bottom of the pan. Then we're going to transfer our chicken back. You know, I contemplated using my my cast iron, but then again, I thought, oh no, tomato base, not a good thing. Okay, bring our chicken stock over here, so I'll have to go and fetch it later. Bring our herbs over here too. Put those right there on top of the chicks. Okay. So hopefully before too long I'll have a smoker back up and running. Timmy's looking into finding the parts for it right now. We have a choice. We could fix the one with the control module that's blown, or fix the one with the element that's blown. So last time I had to replace control module in the big one. It took like the whole summer before we got parts. But at least we were able to.
Yeah, but they were out of stock.
Yeah, they were so out of stock. They were so out of stock, and it was so annoying. So yeah, we ordered it, and it was like, no. Still out of stock. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to throw in a little bit more butter. We want to save the rest of that butter to add toward the finish. Okay, so we got quite a lot of shrinkage here. Now we can just go in and, you know, make a little nest for our chicks. Whoops, didn't mean to throw it. Make a little nest. Oh my God, I hate these tongs. I was just at freaking Cash and Carry the other day too. I would go and pick up bread. I screwed up and put in my bread order, but then forgot to hit the submit button. Got sidetracked, and so no bread. So I had to go over to Cash and Carry. Went out to the garage to go and get my order, and realized, oh my God, there's no bread there. What the hell? And it turns out that it was me being a dumbass. All right, so just gonna kind of set those there. Gonna let that get happy for a little bit. Yes, this is actual bone broth. It's actually from chickens. You know, the reason why it's dark is because I had a lot of mushroom scrap. Well, what am I doing? It'd be helpful if I opened the bottle first, huh? Duh. So that's why it's so rich and dark. It's because it's fortified with some mushroom. So we're gonna bring out a lot of that umami flavor to it. I pre-made that the other day. Hello, TRP. Welcome. All right. So we just got the chickens drunk for the party. So just kind of move this around a little bit. And also the other thing that you do is if you roast your bones or you roast your chicken carcasses, rub them down with a little bit of tomato paste and then roast them off in the oven and then put them in the pot along with all your other vegetable scraps like your carrots and celery, onions, garlic, um, mushroom. I always save my mushroom stems for that sort of thing. So it's always a whole bunch of random mushrooms. All right, so now we're going to just so this is going to actually create a little bit of an insulation to it so that it helps to cook that chicken because all the space in between is all filled up with all the stuff. So it should be gathering up a lot of these flavors. So we want to get that chicken to absorb that wine and other goodies from all the vegetables. You can also use chicken legs if you want. Chicken legs, drumsticks. What I do is I cut the knob off and basically turn them into lollipops, and just do it that way. French the bone a little bit, pull that little toothpick out of there that's in there, and then just go for it. Makes it look really, really pretty. You can also do that with turkey legs too. Turkey legs are even more impressive looking as a lollipop. And the other thing that you can do is you can add bay leaves or bay laurel if you have bay leaves or bay laurel. I thought about it and I thought, well, I don't know. I just don't know. Yeah, it's been at least a few years since I've made this. Now, one of the other ones that I make that's similar to this is chicken francaise, which is similar but doesn't have the tomato in it. And instead of the acid from the tomato, it's actual lemon, which is also a really good dish. I don't remember if I did a live on that one yet.
I don't think so.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you very much. They're all nice and nestled in there and looking all nice and pretty. But we don't want to mess up that beautiful skin just yet, so I'm just going to let it do its thing. Oh, Jesus Christ, he scared the crap out of me. I thought, oh no, don't tell me that the parrot learned something new.
You put the sound in.
Yeah, I know I put the sound in, but my God, I honestly thought that the parrot started learning, or one of the parrots started learning how to crow like a rooster. He already goes buck, buck, buck. I'm like, okay, so who the hell is teaching him these things? Because we have no idea how the hell you learn these things. And anyhow, so we're going to throw another couple knobs of butter in there. We really want to give it some more richness. So just kind of stick them in different corners. Let them just slowly melt. Order go through. When did oh let's see, you bought the fancy cock shirt. You're the one that bought the fancy cock shirt. I'll have to go and see if I can see that, because the sales are all handled through Teespring. That way I don't have to deal with keeping track of everybody's credit card information, because I know that some people feel a little leery of buying merch off of YouTube sites when they're the ones that are handling all the credit card details. But I can definitely go check. I was wondering who bought it, because we have a thing on our Discord that pings our Discord when somebody buys a shirt, and I'll have to take a look and see if there's a way for me to see that in the dashboard. So drop me an email to my email address, munchiemafiaofficial@gmail.com, and just remind me. So I will definitely look into that for you, see if I can find out any details. But Teespring is a pretty reputable company. I've been purchasing shirts through them for years, and that's why I chose them. Plus, they also have the extended sizes and also cute girl shirts. So I will definitely check into that. All right, so now we're going to just give that a flip for just a moment so that we can get those herbs down below and see what the bottom of this is doing, because it's starting to reduce a little bit. So let's see here. Flip that over. I'm going to just add just a titch of stock. We're going to let that go for a little bit. I was really curious. Oh, is New Here working here now?
That's what I was going to say. I didn't know we.
Tiger,
Did you?
what
say
you doing, bud? I didn't get a memo on that. Fishing and watching. Are you out with your dad, Mason? No. I didn't get a memo, Tiger.
Yeah, in order for it to work here, we'd have to have the program, and Derek owns the program.
Well, I think he gave it to Tiger. I think
He gave it to Tiger for rebuilding and testing, but
maybe he's just using it for testing here. I don't know. So anyhow, Timmy has a typo. Timmy, you have a typo. Apparently he's got a typo. So I was just so indecisive as to what to make. It was like, do I make spaghetti sauce? We do another pizza?
Oh, yes, I do. Huh.
Why? Alrighty, Roo. All right, so now we're gonna get these out of the goddamn way. Paper towel. Too lazy to go get kitchen towels. Alrighty. So what do you think, Andy? Should we start adding the tomato? Those are looking gorgeous. Now look at the richness of that. Or should we add the tomato paste? Kind of indecisive today. Oh, well, say hello to Eric for me. Say hello to Eric for me. All right. think we're gonna start with the tomato paste, actually. Oh, so I got myself, decided to splurge. I needed a little bit of retail therapy the other day, and so I bought myself some barefoot shoes. Sorry, choking on my drink here. So I bought myself some barefoot shoes. My feet are in freaking kitchen shoes all damn day long, and my feet hurt, and feet hurt. All right. So we're gonna just start in one corner. We're just gonna start getting this all put together. Let's see here. So the brand of tomato paste that I prefer is Cento. If you can find the nice San Marzano tomato paste, which is very expensive, that will just be a total game changer for you. All right, let's drop that over there. Come over here and start getting this. Oops, get over there, Mr. Chicks. Or Miss Chicks, or Chicks. San Marzano, some pretty damn good stuff. Total game changer, but expensive as hell, and especially with today's economy, it's like more and more families are suffering from food insecurity. They're going for stuff that's not as healthy, because that's all they can afford, and it's really kind of sad. Some of the ways that you can combat that is to start growing your own food. Buy your stuff in big bulks if you can. Cash and carry, or a U.S. Chef food store. I believe nationally they are all open to the general public. I know the one that's out by us is. So we got that that chicken skin nice and glazed. Flip that back over. Let that bear meat just start to soak up all this goodie, right? So there we go. Oh, that's gonna be lovely. Tomato paste is so concentrated too. Okay, so come back over here, grab my stuff. We're gonna start adding the tomato, fresh tomato. We're gonna let those get all nice and married with that. And again, some areas you just can't get fresh tomatoes. Hawaii, for example, can't get fresh tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes just don't grow in Hawaii. The bugs get to them quicker than you can say boo. So now we're going to let these tomatoes start to reduce a little bit. We're going to give it just a little titch more of stock here just in a sec, so we don't. Probably turn the stove down a little bit. This is a braised dish after all. All right, we want to make sure that there's these little chicken thighs are still in their little nests of goodies. So let's give it a little splash more. And that will help with all that stuff. Yeah.
All right. They're bitching.
Yes, they are bitching.
Where do you want the
Woof, woof,
camera?
woof. Oh, probably up front, because we're gonna let that. Oh, there's more tomato here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. So Derek had turned Timmy on to an app to control the A10, because these dogs, they sure have to go to the bathroom an awful lot. Or at least complain and bitch about wanting to go back outside because something else is happening. But he just hasn't had a chance to look into all of it. I had to actually log into my my router to find out what the IP address was for the ATEM. And it locked me out. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So now I have to go in and reset the whole damn router. Factory reset the damn thing. Because it's like, nah, not today, Satan, not today. All right, so there we go. There we have that. This is going to be getting frisky in a little bit. Of course, we should probably get our stuff all figured out. You know what? I really want a little bit more of those capers in there. I really like the brininess of the capers. Now, one of the things you want to be very careful with is capers are very salty. What you can do is you can, if you're trying to watch your sodium intake, you can put a little bit more butter, a couple knobs of butter in there. You can rinse them out or give them a quick deep fry, and that'll help to kill off some of that, so that you're not having to worry about, heart attack or whatever. So there we go. Back to this. Spread the butters out. Let those just slowly do its magic. Set that right there. All right, so get my beverage. Come on over here. Oh, yay. Yes, we need smell-o-vision. I've been complaining about that for so long. Well, toward the end, we're going to hit it with some of the basil. Don't want to do it too soon, or else you kind of lose that. You lose that floral note that basil has. And anyway, so tomorrow again, Terrace Major. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to cut them into medallions because Timmy likes his very well done. He wants his thoroughly dead, and I like mine to give me a mean mug look on its face as it's walking toward the kitchen. Like, how dare you, And you can hear it complaining all the way to the kitchen. God, I can't believe that you're doing this. So, hey, Eric. There's Eric. So, hopefully y'all are catching something. Can't wait. Maybe you guys could go live after I'm done. A little bit more wine. Okay, we can definitely do that. So the wine that I'm using for this is Pinot Gris. I've got an assortment of wines now. I went and picked myself up some port, some kind of sherried out right now. Then I've got Marsala, of course. That butter is starting to really sink in there just slowly but surely. And one of the things that I love about this dish is being able to just go along and grab a little slice of this bread and dip it in there and give it a taste every once in a while, just see how it's going. Because I know the chicken at this point in the game is already fully cooked. So you want to make sure your chicken is cooked. Wow. There's salmonella, people. Salmonella. MG is on her way. Oh, yay. Blue fish and a cat. I'm sorry. Now you can serve this with pasta if you want. I don't know, Andy. What would you serve with this? I would serve gnocchi if it were me, but only as a side dish with some brown butter as a side dish and a whole lot of herbs. What would you serve this with? Would you put any kind of starch with it? Yes. Tasty oils for the bread. Unfortunately, I am out of oil. I used to have some beautiful bread oils I used to get from this olive oil shop in Seattle. So damn expensive, but so damn good. They also had balsamics, some vinegars there as well. Just had this one that was a blackberry balsamic, and that's kind of what I based my barbecue sauce on. Is that blackberry and balsamic flavors. Um, when the blackberries are local, or the local ones, like in my backyard, are ready to go and get picked, we'll do that. We're gonna make some blackberry barbecue sauce. Um, it's kind of vinegar based, but not really, and um, we'll figure something out. Go with it. Um, maybe we'll do some pork. Hopefully, I'll have the smoker up and running by then. But with the way things are going at this point, it's like I'm not sure if we're going to have any decent weather this summer, because today, I think the hottest today was like 54 degrees. Yesterday was just torrential downpour. It was just absolutely horrible. I was like waiting it out and waiting it out and waiting it out. And Timmy's probably sitting on the porch thinking, F my life. She's over there just snacking away like some fat kid. I want some of that. I bet you do, Timmy. Bet you do. So, a little bit more butter. So we really want to give it that rich mouthfeel. And then we just let it do its thing. It's just gonna sit there and let it do its thing. Hey, main girl, welcome. Hope everything's going well. Hope the kids are all right, and hope you're doing okay. I know that moving is stressful. Hmm. Now I get a hint of that caper. Adding a little bit extra caper to it just gives it that bite that I was looking for, and it balances out the acidity a little bit too. Well, mean girl, this dish here is actually a pretty easy dish to make, and it's really really budget friendly. Um, if you use chicken thighs or drumsticks, you could easily feed a family of 6 for about $9 a person, $8, and have enough left over for the next day. Mm. But yeah, food insecurity is definitely a thing. And it's happening to far more people. All right. Just going to check these tomatoes. These tomatoes are still a little on the firm side. Just let it do its thing for a little bit longer. Let's see here. So, what other things would y'all like to see on this channel? Any other suggestions for food? Something that you'd like to see? I know I asked that the other day, and that's how we got to this. And either one. I mean, squirrel is coming up pretty soon. We got another Pearls Against Humanity going in another 2 weeks. Just haven't. I've got something special planned for squirrel, and I should probably give the next clue. But stupid me, I forgot to give Timmy the graphic for it. So, I gave the first clue out, and it's a. I don't know. Can you download that real quick off
What do you want?
the squirrel one? Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh, hang on. That's not what I want.
Yep. Let's see here. And this one right there. Oh crap. All right, just open it.
Open it.
Open it. Yeah, because it's got to be a video, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so hit share. Freaking, I gotta fix it. Anyway, so I'll have it posted again tomorrow, and I'll have it fixed and posted tomorrow. I made it into a graphic and not a video. It's got to be in graphic format or video format for streaming. So I screwed up, man. I'm so sorry. All right. So there's a little bit of a contest, and I'll explain it now, but I'll explain it again tomorrow. It is a contest to win a free
bring
t-shirt.
it up on there and show it to that camera.
I could. Hang on a second. I can do that. Go over to Discord. I think that's where we posted it, right?
Andy wants to see the stove. Just a second.
Oh, you want to see the stove? It's just bubbling away over there. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. Doing its thing, getting all happy. Where's the damn thing? Trying to find it, guys. Because somebody let the cat out of the bag that with one of my graphics that was sitting buried in my folders for the upcoming squirrel. So anyway, this is the best I could do. I'm sorry, it's so ghetto. So it's a puzzle, and you have to guess the words. So far, we got the number 5, and 7 spots, and you have to guess it from the rotary phone. For those that are too young to know what a rotary phone is, Google it. I don't have time for that. You guys can figure it out. So, anyway, we're giving away some fancy cock merch. To the winner who guesses the phrase, and that's going to give you a clue as to what we have planned. It's exciting. It's going to be fun. Something different.
Get out of it.
Oh, we're still going to do pearls. It's almost ready. Yes, it is. It's almost there. It's almost there. I'm so tempted to throw some more butter in it, but I got to say, no, I got to stop. Slow your roll, Stevie. But I am going to start putting a couple dollops of that basil in there. Let it do its thing. I think just in a couple more minutes, it should be ready to go. Oh, the smell of that is just amazing. I mean, look how rich that is. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I got any bowls. Let me take a look and see what I got for a bowl. Because I forgot to put my big platter in. I could put it in a martini glass. No, martini glass is too big. Let's see here. I guess we're just going to have to use a platter. This platter. My other platter is sitting on the porch. When I left my last job, that also meant that they lost all of my pretty plates and bowls and catering supplies for all their little special networking things. So I was actually bringing my own catering supplies in that were mine. So they could just piss off. That's another story for another day. So, yes, everything just looks just dandy. So, might as well get this started. Just gonna line one side up with some bread. Because this is more of a, sopping it up with some bread instead of having like something. But if you absolutely had to have some sort of starch to go with it, I would recommend gnocchi. I don't normally like to bookend things, but there's these holes on both sides of this platter that it's just gonna go all over the place. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna do a money shot. Oh, so putting the basil on the very end like that keeps that flavor bright instead of letting it meld into it for a while. And this is ready. It is ready now. Well, wrong end. Yep, right end. Alrighty, room. There we have it. Put a little splash
That
of
almost
that.
needs to be in a bowl.
What?
That almost needs to be in a bowl.
Yeah, my bowls are dirty though. I
But
didn't start the dishwasher.
we
I know.
do have some that aren't quite as decorative.
Yes, I know they're not as quite as decorative, but they won't look pretty as a picture. But this is all right. This is okay. So there we have it. We got our chicken, and chicken. Family style. Take a little bit of that goodie and just spoon it over the top, like so. We don't want to cover it so much that you can't no longer see the chicken. So throw a little smatter right there. All right. Give this a wipe down.
Stove off?
Stove is off. Yes.
Okay.
Give that a little wipe down. Hit it with some microgreens. Just go ahead and see here. I know you don't like it. Radish, mustard, broccoli, cabbage, nasturtium, and kale. So the nasturtiums are going to be the bigger ones. They're going to be like down here.
Leave the kale off.
Huh? Okay, I'll leave the kale off.
Pick off the kale.
Okay, so we're going to go with the nasturtiums because nasturtiums have a nice peppery flavor to it. Come to think of it, I think that the caper berries are actually related to the nasturtium, if I can remember correctly. Could be wrong. No, it's part of the rose family. But anyway, so there we go. Nasturtiums. All right. We got to have the rabbit food. It makes it look pretty that way. So here we go. And there we have
Hang on.
the money shot. And this is really nice to have with a nice bread, and like Andy suggested, is to have some nice quality bread olive oil, maybe some Maldon and some sort of fancy flavorful balsamic. And the one that I would recommend would be like a black garlic balsamic. It'd be just enough contrast, maybe with, I don't know, one of the other balsamics that would actually really go well with this would be like a Meyer lemon as well. It would be nice. Small tear just ran down your cheek. Mark, why?
I'm going to kill the fan.
Huh? I can kill the fan, yes. There we go. Kill the fan. And so there we have it. Let's just flip it around that way. Nasturtiums. They're so pretty. Should probably get a picture before we destroy it, because I know that we're going to destroy it pretty soon. So let's see here. One of these days I'm going to have to just bring out my Nikon and set it up. Let's see. All right. So good. It smells so delicious. So there we have it. Chicken cacciatore with some nice sun-dried tomato bread and nasturtiums. I used to work for a wine bar, and we used to have a microgreen farmer that used to bring out nasturtiums and also the micros, and it's like everything had nasturtiums on it, and it's like for the longest time I was like, I don't want to see any more nasturtiums. I really don't. So when I actually saw these at the farmer's market, I'm like, oh, nasturtiums! Oh, shit! Oh, yay! Microgreens! Oh, nasturtiums. But they're microgreens. But they're nasturtiums. Oh, but... So, we got it. I got it. I couldn't say no because it always makes things look pretty. So anyway, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. So again, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. And don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Love y'all. Have a good night.